What's going on, everybody? I hope it's recording right now because I don't know if it's recording, but hey, what's going on, everybody? This is another episode of Living Your Purpose. We do this every Sunday, like clockwork, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we're doing is we're on a journey to help others to be able to discover or find their purpose. That is the whole essence of the show. My name is SJ. I have a company called Inner Soul Development. I am a personal life coach, inspirational speaker, motivator. And what I do is I make sure I get you off your autopilot, your routine, take you off course to your greater self. Life is to be controlled. Life does not control you. And I show you how you can do that. Now, along with me is the person, the wonderful, beautiful.
Hey everyone, I'm Danielle K. Anderson, also known as Danielle the VP. I'm an entrepreneur, interfaith minister, speaker, spiritual counselor, life coach, and it is my purpose to help people to look good, feel good, find and walk in their own purpose. And I'm so happy that you all are here with us. For those of you who are here live, thank you. Those of you who may be watching on the website, thank you. Also, for those of you who may be watching or listening a replay, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate, we both of us appreciate you guys sticking with us. Somebody, of course, wants to call me on FaceTime when I'm broadcasting. Let me just fix my little settings here. It's like, really?
I said like this. I said,
where'd she go? I was like,
is she back on timeout again?
I know. And I'm like, okay, full disclosure. It's my sister. She knows doggone well after 6 p.m. on Sunday that I am on the air. She know better, but okay. So for anybody who is listening to SoundCloud, the unedited version of the show, sorry. Okay, enjoy the bloopers. Sorry. Okay, where were we? Okay, so if you are new to Living Your Purpose, again, we did not coordinate. We didn't coordinate. It just happened this way. It was it's just a thing that happened. But no. Okay, so if you are new to Living Your Purpose, what we aim to do every week is to offer some insight, inspiration, different perspectives to help people who are on their journey or to start their journey in life and finding what it is their purpose is and how to deal with the everyday struggles that come along in life. And we're so happy to do it, and we've been doing this for some months now, since September of 2015.
Yeah.
And this is show 27. So we've been going. We've only ever not been on the air 3 times. And whenever we're gone, people are like, "Where did you go? We miss you." Yeah. So if you want to learn more about us, about the show, very simply, easy way to do it is to go to lypshow.com, click discover. You can see when the next episode is. You can watch us live. And if you click connect, you can find everywhere we are on social media. We have a Facebook community, which I love.
It's growing, right? It is growing. It is. It's growing very much so.
We have, we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We are on Periscope. We are on Google+. We're on LinkedIn, YouTube, and SoundCloud.
Wow, that was the South.
Yeah. So what else you can do is, and we love to hear from you too. We love to hear your opinions, your questions, and to be able to help however we can. We are available for speaking engagements, either one of us or the both of us. So you can contact us by email by clicking on connect, and there's a form. If you don't necessarily have to go to the website, our email is yourpurposenow@yahoo.com. And we're also looking to expand, because what we do is really awesome, but we're only 2 people, and we want to be able to reach as many people as possible. So if you have a talent or a skill that you want to develop, or you feel it could be helpful, please contact us and let us know. And we'll see where you can fit in making this journey a great one.
Now, we do have a caller that calls in that's pretty new. I think he's new, but what we do is basically we go into the topic a little bit, and we get the perspective of people in the comments, and then we open a love seat because it's a love seat. And we get the perspectives then, but we really don't take calls right away. So if I ignore you, it's not we're ignoring you personally. It's just that how we do is we wait a little bit before we start having people jump in. It's just a code of ethics that we do.
Right. So I see it. That's Andrew, right? So thank you so much, and hang tight with us. Stick with us, and we will bring you in. Okay. We just want to give an introduction to the people who everybody, so they know what we're talking about. Okay, so let's jump right into it. All right. The title of this week's episode is The Power of No. Now, as motivators and things like that, you're going to hear all the positivity people say yes, yes, yes. And that's great. The power of yes, say yes to yourself and say yes to opportunity and all of that kind of thing. But the word no has so many negative connotations. Those two little letters make people nervous or uncomfortable because nobody wants to hear no. Nobody wants to be told no when they want something, right? But most people don't really want to be able to have to say no because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But to say no, most times actually, to say no to somebody else means saying yes to yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, but I am what could be considered or have been considered a people pleaser. And when you do that, sometimes I'm considered a doormat. Why do you let people walk all over you? Why are you always doing stuff for this person and that person and they never? Because I don't want to tell somebody no if I'm capable of doing something, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of the reason why I am as a busy person as I am, because I don't want to say no to an opportunity. I don't want to say no to a person who really could use my help and I really could help them. But at the same time, the more I say yes, the more stuff piles up, the more weighed down I feel, and the more sick I become. When you say yes to everything, like really everything, then your body starts telling you no. And you will shut down and you will hurt yourself. You will get sick. So, I've had to tell myself, is this a thing that you must do? Is this a thing that will make you feel better after doing it? Is this something that someone can do without you? Right. Do you have to do it? And it's okay to say no. It's okay. It is okay to say no. And it's not about being selfish, but it is about being self-aware and knowing what you are capable of and what's necessary for your own peace of mind and self-worth. You don't have to please everybody. There's nobody is going to like everybody all the time. So you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I hope they like me. I don't know if they won't like me because I told them no. If they don't, then that's too bad for them. But if they can't understand that you cannot, it's best for you not to do this thing for whatever your reasons are, then, that's, again, it's too bad for them. But watch this. SJ, ask me a question. Any question? A yes or no question. Just go ahead. Just ask me for a question. Just ask me anything.
Were you looking in my window?
No.
Oh, okay.
See, now let me ask you a question. Did that hurt?
Sure.
Did that hurt?
No.
Are you check it? Are you bleeding?
No, I'm not actually.
See? All right. So somebody may not like it, but it doesn't. The word no, it doesn't kill people. They will get over it. Dang it, let's go. Y'all cut it out in the comments. Y'all are talking too much. Silliness. But no, go ahead, SJ.
But no, I believe that, saying no is an instrument of integrity. Why is it an instrument of integrity? Because, like we said before, we had the topic of integrity. You have to be honest, and you have to be the person has to be able to trust you and stuff like that. That's being integrity, and saying no protects that your character of who you are. So that leads on to that instrument of integrity. Now, it also takes courage to say no. We understand it takes a lot of courage to say no, because yes, some people have that people-pleasing personality, and we all do. We all want to be able to serve and be able to, help the other individual. But like Danielle said, if it's something that's draining you, you're saying yes to that person, but you're putting your values on the shelf, then that's an issue. That's an issue. I mean, it's tough to deliver the word no because it does have a negative connotation, and some people don't receive no well.
Right.
And we understand that. We understand that. But once again, I think the main ingredient is it does take courage. Some people can say, well, I say no, whatever it is, that feeling takes practice.
Yeah.
For somebody that don't care, like, I say no anytime. If they don't like it, well, that's on them. That takes practice. Somebody who's a people pleaser can't see that, can't understand that until they learn that, hey, it's okay to say no and move on with your life. And it's all about living your purpose. So if it doesn't agree with your purpose, then yeah, no is peace to me. But like I said, it takes courage, and not everybody has that tough armor to say, I say no, and I don't care how anybody thinks about it. That takes practice and time and courage to do that.
It does. And in a lot of cases, I've found that people who say no so quickly to just about any and everything do so because they've been hurt by saying yes so much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Oh, I like that.
It's because they've said yes to so many people so much, and they feel invalidated or not reciprocated or not respected or appreciated. And so they say, you know what? Screw it. No, don't ask me for nothing because I ain't going to do it, and if I feel like doing something, I'll do it, but on my terms, and you ain't got to ask me for it, and it's a sad thing. So now it's about really finding the balance between yes and no and understanding that.
Let me ask you a question. When you say no in that way, like because you've been hurt before, so you're going to say no, isn't that more of an emotional no? And sometimes it's like I
think it's a defensive no. It's not. It's not necessarily emotion. It's
so how do you decipher from no, I'm not going to. My values is this, and no, I'm being defensive. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how we want to make sure that no is in its proper place. Because saying no emotionally and out of defense because of your past could be a problem.
Exactly, and that's kind of where I was going with it. Is that when you say no to people because you've been hurt so many times by you saying yes to everything, then no becomes a defense. You're not even thinking anymore. Your MO is now, I'm not going to let anybody hurt me. I'm not going to do anything for anybody because of that. And that's really them still hurting inside. At least that's my observation. But to say no because you're too overwhelmed with something, or you don't necessarily agree with the reasons why a person is asking you for something, or you've drawn a line, say, I've done this too many times and I need to stop and let this person figure it out for themselves, that kind of thing. That's the right kind of no.
Mm-hmm.
The wrong kind of no is when you say no because you're afraid of getting messed over. And the truth of the matter is, no matter how many times you say no, somebody's going to do that to you anyway, or they're going to try. It doesn't matter what form it takes. Somebody's still going to try and do you wrong. So, maybe your perspective should shift a little bit and say, what are your reasons for telling this person no? If the reason is this person has hurt me over and over again and I'm not going to do that anymore, then you're on the right track.
Because
when you say no to being hurt, you say no to being abused, say no to being mistreated, disrespected, that's perfectly fine. But what you can't do is take that no and give it to everybody.
Right.
It should be placed properly.
Because no is often, like you said, confused with negativity. But no is a moment of clarity. And I think that saying no in this form, I'm going to tell you the form that it should be in, is good. When you say no to, this is who I am, this is what I value, this is what I am willing to do and what I will not do, then I think no is a moment of peace, because it gives you, you have a value and a standards, and it's helping you, instead of self-sabotage, it's more of how could I say it? It's more of you're protecting who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are as an individual. and bringing any type of negativity in that, you have the right to say, no, this is what I value. This is my standards. I will not bend on this. This is who I am. That's good to say no when somebody's trying to infiltrate that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what I believe.
Joey says, how do you know when someone is messing you over? Joey, I know that you already know the answer to that question. You know when it happens because you feel it. Your body tells you when something's not right. Your mind tells you when something's not right. Your experiences with certain individuals tell you what to look for.
True.
Unfortunately, I mean, if it's somebody you haven't ever dealt with before, you kind of have to feel them out and see where they are. But and sometimes, unfortunately, you won't know until after it's already happened. But if you are paying attention, then you will know how not to go about doing things or how to go about handling that person in the future or that situation in the future.
Right.
So you don't, so you know when and where to say no. You look for those signs.
How many people in the room have had a situation where they had to say no in their mind? They wanted to say no, but because they wanted to avoid conflict, they said okay.
Type of one in the chat if you said okay.
Type one in the room if you had that situation where you really in your mind wanted to say no, but you just wanted to avoid the path of conflict.
Look at all the ones. Oh my gosh.
Right? Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So how do we do what do we do in order for us to understand that conflict is going to come? We cannot avoid conflict, whether it's a good conflict or a bad conflict, because no to anybody is negative. However, there's ways in where to say no. Just say, for instance, if somebody says, listen, can you I want you to have this gift. A guy gives you a gift, but that gift comes with strings in your mind. That gift comes with strings. So you give the gift back. You don't say no. You just say, listen, I prefer if, I don't want to get any gifts because I don't want to lead you to any other way. So let's just keep it this way, keep it simple. So there's a way of saying no, but there's going to be conflict regardless. So however they feel at some point is how they feel, but your values is what you need to definitely cherish regardless.
Right. And yeah, when you said it before you finished it, I was like, just say okay and not no. You don't say yes. You just say, yeah, okay. Honestly, I find myself on the phone a lot doing that. And, when somebody from, say, an organization that I belong to, they call me and they don't call me Danielle. They call me by my title. And I'm like, oh, they're about to ask me for something. What is it? But okay. They're like, instead of having that question, hey girl, how you doing? It's, yes, how can I help you? Because I already know that they're calling me for something. So I have to just listen and say, it may not be something that I want to do, but it is something that needs to get done. And so then I'll say, okay. But if it's something that's optional and I could do it, I could not do it, it's probably good for people to see me out in this particular place or whatever. I'm like, you know what? No, I can't do that. I can't, because I have so much other things going on and I'm already working so hard for this organization. I can't do that right now. So, I'm sorry, give everybody my love or whatever. No, I can't do that. Well, sister, can you do this?
Know what?
Can you stay a little bit later? Or can you come a little bit? No, I can't. I have a job and I travel a certain way.
You see how quick you said that, though?
Yes.
You see how quick you said that? Now, this is what people do. And I get you. I want you to type one in the room, too, if you do this. You say no, and then you explain yourself. You say no, but then you explain exactly why, when, where, A to B, when it's supposed to just be no. You'll say, no, I would really love to do it, but listen, I understand where you come. You explain exactly why that no has appeared. Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Have you done it?
All the time.
I've done it.
All the time.
I have to explain from A to B why or justify my no.
Right. Right. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I mean, sometimes it's because I am the type of person that says, call me anytime. You know that. Call me anytime. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you need me. The phone is always attached to me. It's right next to me. Call me 2:00 in the morning. If you need something, call me. I will do that. I'm okay with that. But when somebody calls me and it's something that I really cannot accomplish given my time frame, then it's going to be a quick no. It's going to be a very quick no. You know, if I get off at 5 and someone needs me to be somewhere at 5:30 halfway across town, it's not going to happen. It's just going to be like, no, I can't do that. I'll catch y'all the next time. But if it's something that, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it.
You can see, okay, that's good.
I am,
love this.
and this is, of course, you know me. But that's kind of the reason why I brought up this topic, because I found myself having to catch myself, having to explain myself so many times, and having to say, how many times did I say okay to something that I could have said no to? And how many times that I have said no, but had to explain it? How many times have I felt bad by having to say no to somebody? You know, all of these things, these are real situations that happen in my life. And this is why we do what we do here, because it's not just me trying to explain how to do better for, you know, everybody who's watching or listening. It's we learning as we're teaching. And so we bring this up as a topic of conversation. You know, this is real life. It's happening right now. I did it today.
Oh, shit.
I did it today. I've had to say no. That's not today. Wow. And I was like,
but you know what? But you
I really wish I could have done that.
Because you know what happens? This is what happens, and I think we do it in our teaching forms. When I do my teaching, it's like, you know, I and myself do not want to become an enabler to anybody. Right. So when they come to me, I'm not here to enable you in your path. You want to learn how to get the results. You want to learn how to discover your purpose. You want to learn to do that. I can't do that with your mindset that you have already. And I'm not going to say yes to it because I don't want to enable you. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't want to be that other yes person in your ear. I'm going to say, no, this has to change. This has to stop. This has to be whatever. Right. So even when we coach individuals, we have to, I've seen you a number of times say, no, we can't do that. Carla, you already know what the website is, blah, blah, blah. No. So it's all about, no, it's true. So it's all about, you know, not being an enabler. And I try not to be an enabler to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I found the good in goodbye.
Hello. Yeah, and like I said, saying no to other people, a lot of times it means saying yes to yourself. Saying no to yourself sometimes means saying yes to yourself. Like, you know, let's say health-wise, you know, if you're doing all right, you're doing good on your diet or exercise plan or whatever, and you see that you really do want that pizza or that cake that you've been really craving. Me personally, because I don't really care about any of that stuff, I'm going to have the pizza. I'm going to say yes to myself and have the pizza. But someone who is more dedicated than I am should probably say no. You know what I mean? If they have like serious health issues and things like that, thankfully I'm blessed that my health is really, really good. But if someone else who knows that they have a problem, they know that they have a food addiction, and they know that they're trying to do better for themselves, say no to that treat for right now. Find another option that may be just as maybe not just as good, but will satisfy you and you feel better about yourself and you feel better physically. So saying no to what you want sometimes is better for you in the long run.
Okay. Do you want to reintroduce ourselves, my friend?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Living Your Purpose. I am Danielle K. Anderson, also known as Danielle the VP. I am an entrepreneur, interfaith minister, speaker, spiritual counselor, something else. Life coach.
Life coach, yes. And the mayor of Crazy Town.
Yeah, that too. Welcome.
Mayor of Crazy Town.
It is my purpose to help people to find and walk in their own purpose. You know what? I have to start over because I messed it all the way up.
You sure did.
I did. Okay.
But it's okay.
It's okay. That means I'll have some interesting work to do tomorrow on the YouTubes. So, my name is Danielle K. Anderson, also known as Danielle the VP. I'm an entrepreneur, interfaith minister, spiritual counselor, coach, and speaker. And it is my purpose to help people to look good, feel good, find and walk in their purpose. And my co-host this week and every week.
Every week, SJ from Inner Soul Development. That's right, Inner Soul Development. I'm a personal life coach, transformational speaker. It is very important that I show you that life is to be controlled, and life does not, should not, will not control you if you know how to work life. And so we're here every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what we're doing is trying to help you find and discover and live in your purpose, because we all have a purpose here on earth. There's a divine assignment that we must fulfill. Okay. So therefore, there's going to be challenges along that way. There's a lot of challenges. And so what we do is we help present those challenges, and we also try to help you overcome those challenges. And one of the challenges today is the word no, saying no to individuals. Okay. Now, as far as everybody, we all are leaders. Okay. So to be a good leader, you have to say no or have no as well. I always say no is peace to me. I love no. Mm-hmm. No is peace, especially when it comes to my values and standards. So saying no is very clarifying. It's very personal and private, but it's also very powerful.
Right. It is, in fact. And that's kind of where I was trying to go with I posted on Instagram today, the topic, and I was trying so hard to express how I was feeling, the power that the word no has on the positive and a negative side. And basically all I could say was tune in, because it was too much. It was just too much to try to explain. So there is power in that word no. Unfortunately, the problem that most people have in their experiences is that no is a negative thing. No is not a negative thing. Nobody likes to be told no when they're asked something or asking for something, right? But to be told no doesn't always mean no. It may mean not now, or not for me, or just this is not a good idea. Think about where the no is coming from, who the no is coming from, what are the reasons behind the no, and can you go somewhere else to get this assistance? And how can you solve a problem on your own if you can? Otherwise, saying no can be very difficult, because nobody likes to hurt people, right? It should not be in anyone's MO to be the reason for someone else's pain, discomfort, or, just a messed up situation. And sometimes you have to say no to somebody, and that will make them feel sad or whatever, because again, nobody likes to be told no, and nobody really likes to be the one to tell somebody no to make them feel the way that we feel. But sometimes no is necessary. Sometimes no is necessary for yourself. Sometimes no is necessary for that person. If you have been enabling a person through whatever their situations are, why do they take it personally? Joey said, because it's a person that's telling them no.
Right. and they're taking it they're taking it in the essence of negativity. Mm-hmm. And they're not seeing that there's a reason why, because remember, every no has a why. There's a reason to it. It's not, like I said, to hurt any individuals, but it's for you to move on. Like, let's say, there's different platforms that I say a person can say no. If you have negative chatter, or if you're around people that just talking negative, you could say, and they want your input about this person, how they look, you could say, no, I don't want to be involved with that. I'm good. Right. So that's a platform. Or even saying no to people that are not good for you. There's people right now, people in this comments, there are people right now that have people that they know are not good for them. And being that they're around, they will continue to have that person and say yes, 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 and not say no. So in that case, if a person is not good for you, for your spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental health, then no needs to be there. No is peace for you then.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to add to that? Because I got a list.
Of course you do. SJ always has a list. But no, I totally agree. If your health and safety and mental well-being are at risk, there should be no question about the no. It may not feel good to you to say that no, because it's familiar. It's a person that you've been with for a long time. You share history, you share good times and experiences that you've gone through, whatever. No. It still has to be no. Because like I said, in that case, saying no to that person means saying yes to yourself. No,
That's
I am
right.
not going to allow you to hurt me again. No, I am not going to allow you to mess up my financial state. No, I am not going to allow you to break down my spirit. Yes, I am going to do better for myself. Yes, I am going to love
Right.
myself. Yes, I'm going to take care of myself. Yes, I am going to have peace in my mind.
Absolutely.
That's how that works.
And that's all about how you can live in your purpose.
Exactly.
Because it's you. You are going on the journey yourself, and you need to be around people who understands. I mean, fortunately, I've had people that I had to say no to who understood why I had to say no to. I didn't have time, or it would kind of mess up the show because I got to be here at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot of things that I am very picky about. And I have a high standard on, and everybody should.
Absolutely.
Another thing that you could say no to is being a slave at work. Oh my gosh. If you're depressed,
I think I know where you got this list
if
from.
you're feeling stuck, if you feel as you work hard, you work hard and you're depressed at your job, and your boss is just telling you can't even, you're taking medications, then you need to say no to that job. It's going to be hard because that job pays for financial, whatever. But you need to seek elsewhere, because now your spiritual, your mental, your physical is being affected.
Right.
So
I want to address Joey's concern real quick, because he brings up a good point. Sometimes we say no in business, and people on the other end take it personally.
Of course. Oh, yes, you could jump in, Roger. We do have the love seat available. Yes, please do. If you guys want to jump in, you can, definitely.
Here's the thing, especially if it's a people that you know personally, that's going to be tricky, because, they say don't mix business with pleasure, and it's for a reason, because they're going to take business decisions personally. Like saying no to the idea or no to the investment is saying no to that person. You see what I'm saying, Joey? Because, and if it's not someone that you know personally, some people are just not equipped. They maybe shouldn't be in sales, or they just don't understand that a no to whatever you're selling is not a no to you as a person. And that person will take it as, maybe I'm not doing my job well enough. Maybe I'm not doing something right. When, that's the same person that'll pick up the phone and have a telemarketer hang up on them. Right. Right. So, and they get upset. So some people just don't understand that a business no is not a no to you as an individual.
Right. I agree that I also believe that people that you say no to, a lot of people that you've been around, maybe personal or your business, they may know your blueprint or your playbook, or he always says yes, or he's a yes man. This is what, they look at your playbook and they like, okay. So once you say no, it's like, whoa.
Wait, what you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
So you have to switch it up. You got to let them know that your playbook constantly changes. This is because it's on you. It's you. So that's why I think that some people get thrown off, because they think they already know your playbook. They already know how you are, your manual.
I have something to speak on that in a minute, but I'm going to let Roger speak because he's been waiting so patiently.
David, what's up, Roger?
Danielle, I was in St. Louis. Are you the lady I heard on the radio in St. Louis on Thursday night or maybe Wednesday night?
I don't think so, unless it was pre-recorded.
Anyway, I thought it was, so I looked you up.
Oh, thanks.
But anyway, I want to sort of speak to this how to say no to your boss kind of thing, because it's really, really hard to do because people are so dependent on their job. But yet, a lot of times we say yes to the boss and we let the bad in because we do something the boss wants us to do that goes against our core values. And I'll just give you an example. I'm a coach and do a lot of stuff in business, and I had this office manager that was having to do something. The company sold warranties to people for 10 years, and now that's working out. And it's bad for the company, and the boss wants the office manager to tell the customers, you don't have this warranty anymore. and that's not right. It goes against her core values, but she's afraid. And she was talking to me about, what do I do? What do I do? And I say, well, when you say yes to that, you let the bad in, and you feel bad. So I just told you got to learn how to say no to the boss respectively, in a respectful manner, but you can't do things and say yes to things that are going to harm you personally.
Right. And also, I'm sorry, in that particular situation, it would be, it might put that job in danger, but it also is the reason why you say no. He's like, listen, I don't think that this is a good idea for the company.
Mm-hmm.
If we can just be honest with our customers, figure out a solution to give to our customers, as opposed to just letting them think that everything's good, then they go and do something, and now we're going to go to court over this, So to say no and give the reason why, and then offer possible solutions is probably the best way to go.
Yeah. In the context of business, you do
absolutely.
You do have to nurture that and do it in a humble way. But I always tell the boss, this is, it's not pleasing to me to have to do this, and here's why it's not pleasing to me, and it's harming me to have to do this. Make it all about you, and not about him. Right. One other thing I want to help out with, because I had to learn how to do this. I grew up in a family where I was the rescuer, always keeping mother okay, dad okay, my brother okay. And then I got into business, and I was doing that same pattern, owned a business. And I had to learn through the years how to say no. But my problem was my dad took that right away from me when I was a kid. And what he did was, if I ever said no to him as a child, he would say, don't you say no to me. Mm-hmm. And he would beat the crap out of me if I did. Right. So I grew up as a kid. He took something away from me that I needed as an adult. And that was, I do have the right to say no. I need to say no. And when I need to say no, I should say no. So I had to learn through the years why I felt emotionally hard for me to say no. Mm. And I just had to, and I got over it and grew in that area. But if you don't learn how to say no, you will be a wreck.
Yes, absolutely. Because like I said, that's why the word courage is so vital, important. Mm-hmm. It takes courage to say no because of how some people are built or was raised as far as Roger was concerned. That you understand that no is a power that is already in you. It's already in you and you can use it. It just takes a lot of courage to do it because sometimes it's been taken away from us from our childhood.
That's what happened to me.
I understand. I totally understand that. That's why it's very important, that word courage. Some people can say, I can say no. It's good. I don't care what they say. That is a feeling and a way that you learned as you kept going. Some people have to learn that because some people have been yes people for the longest. People pleasers. We see that all the time. That just say yes, yes, yes. And then they feel in their gut, they regret it. Oh my God, why did I do that? Right. You regret it, and you regret it because it's part of your values that you let go.
Right.
So that's where the regret comes in, So it's very important.
And here's the thing about what you just said, SJ, is no, it's in you, and it is very powerful in you. The problem that I think that we have coming up is that we're saying no internally to ourselves. We're not giving ourselves the freedom or the power to be what we can be because of all of the no's that we've heard on the outside, telling us what we can't do, what we're allowed to do, what we're not allowed to do. If you do that, if you tell me no, or if you do opposite of what I tell you, I'm going to whoop your tail. But, things like that fear that's been instilled in us for whatever reason by whomever, then, hey, Joey, then, we end up telling ourselves no. And not giving ourselves that freedom and power to be able to tell other people no.
Right. Because you have to have that word no and exercise it correctly for you to be able to live in your purpose. Because if you do that, then if you constantly say yes and don't use that power of no, then guess what? You're going to be living somebody else's purpose. Okay? So it's living your purpose, and you have to use that no to be able to guard yourself from those people that see a different side of you, because you will be a totally different person. When you discover and you find your purpose, you become a different individual.
Mm-hmm.
So that power of no has to be present so that you can move forward through the challenges. If not, I'm telling you, it's guaranteed you're going to be living somebody else's purpose. You're going to be following somebody else's trail, and you're going to be regretful for the whole situation that you put yourself in, knowing that you have the power of choice to use it.
Welcome, Joey.
Hi, how's it going?
So
Hey,
good
Roger.
to hear
Hello,
you
my
again.
friends. How's everybody doing
Good.
today?
Great.
I just wanted to share a few things on this topic. I thought it was very important to come in and talk about this.
Very good.
When I was working in the workforce, 9 to 5, I've always had bosses that were high horse bosses, meaning they were always on that high horse. Like, oh, you can't tell me no. You can't tell me no. And I'm like, well, hey, guess what? I'm going to tell you no anyway. You know, if I don't like what you want me to do, I'm going to tell you no.
Right.
Okay? And that's what I did all through the workforce. I find myself being more of a yes man now. You know, as an entrepreneur, I find myself being more of a yes man. You know, and I find myself being bogged down with a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the yes man now. But back in 9 to 5 time, I always said no to the boss. And unfortunately, sometimes it led me to lose my job.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but
and now you're the boss. You can't really say no to much anything,
but it
right?
is what it is. It is what it is. And plus, back then, I had 8 jobs in 11 years, right? 8 jobs in 11 years. So you could tell where I was. You could tell I didn't really fit into 9 to 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I fit more into entrepreneurialism. But I need to learn how to say no in entrepreneurialism now, because I became so much more of a yes man in entrepreneurialism, because I found so many great friends, so many great people, so many positive people that I want to work with everybody, but I can't.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
You know.
So how do you deal with that, Roger? Being that you're into that business, you see that a lot with people who came from 9 to 5. Now they're entrepreneur now, and it's still a hassle. So what do you say to your people that deal with that, as far as building that factor of no?
I think for an entrepreneur, you wake up every day unemployed, basically. Okay. All of us here understand that. And it's, I think
one
really,
way to look at it.
I think really it's a faith issue. I mean, I've, if I'm supposed to be doing this and this is my purpose, which it isn't my job to make it happen. I just get up faithfully and do and adhere to those core values. But, I'll just give you an example of how I did it one time. I'm in Mr. Big's CEO's office. I cold called him. I'm pretty effective at cold calling. And he was late. He was late for the appointment. And when he showed up, he was mad. And he said, "Come on, I ain't got much time." And I knew right away he was angry and he didn't really want me there. And he leaned over across his desk and said, "All right, show me what you got." And I looked at him and I said, I got nothing. Basically, what he was telling me was, "I want you to show me your presentation." I basically said no, because I got nothing. I said, "Listen," and he got madder. So sometimes saying no, you have to deal with people's anger. But he's responsible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's responsible for his anger, not me. And so and he got mad and said, "Well, what the heck are you doing in my office?" I said, "I'm sitting here asking myself the same question. I probably shouldn't be here." And I said, "Let me be the first to apologize. I'm really effective at cold calling. I don't remember exactly what we said, but let me tell you what I thought we were going to do. I thought we were going to sit down and have a conversation about your business and my business, and then we were going to talk about if there's something I could do to help you. But as far as showing you what I got nothing." So, that's how I said no to him. And he calmed down, and we had a conversation for about 45 minutes. But it's all about who's going to control the process. He can control the content, but I got to control the process.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I like
And I
those.
think,
I'm sorry, I like those comments because he's absolutely right. We are unemployed, but we take a lot of risk. We take a lot of risk to try to make that money in different ways. So yes, we are unemployed, but we are making effort to try to make money in different ways. So I do agree with you, Roger, in that respect, where you say, yes, I mean, I wake up every day and I'm unemployed. I'm actually disabled, so I'm on SSD. But, irregardlessly of that, if I didn't have any money coming in,
you
from
still
SSD,
have to be hustling.
I would have been, unemployed, and I am unemployed. I'm technically retired, but the bottom line is that we are taking a lot of risk in what we're doing to try to make that money, to try to strive to do better things, strive to make our voice be heard.
Right.
I think that's important. Yeah.
I mean, I say it this way. I don't work 9 to 5. I work wake to sleep. When I get up, and I do have a regular job. Honestly, and SJ, we work full time as well as doing this. So it's not just a full-time job that we have to worry about. It's 3 full-time jobs that we have to worry about. I have my regular job. I have Living Your Purpose. I have my ministry outside and in conjunction with Living Your Purpose. And I have 5 children.
You're busy.
I am busy. And I have other organizations that are nonprofit that I deal with on a regular basis. So I am a very busy person. I work wake to sleep. And that's something, because I have so many things to do, sometimes I have to say no. Sometimes I have to pull myself back. I have to put one of those things and say, which of these is least effective for my progress right now, and put it off to the side. And I'll still check in with people who are involved, and how's everything going? Do you need anything? Can I help you get a message out, do some advertising? I can do that because I live on the internet and social media anyway, so it's nothing for me to post something for somebody. But I can't go to those meetings every 2 weeks. I can't spend an hour away from my desk because I have other things going on, and just for the sake of socializing. I just can't do that. So I have to say yes to myself and no to this obligation that I chose. And I have to recognize that I did make these choices, but I can also make the choice to stop or lay back and focus on where most of my energy should be going.
Right. So it's the same thing. I work and I do the coaching on the side. I have a little bit of my clientele inside. I have Living Your Purpose and all this stuff like that. But here's the thing. You wake up every day, yes, unemployed, yes. However, you wake up every day with your core values.
Right.
And so sometimes when you are an entrepreneur, sometimes you second guess or put into like an American Idol your core values. I need this money, but this is going against my core value. So this is what I'm saying. If it's something that's going against your values, Joey, or anybody, you need to really, really, those are the only things you stand for. That's your foundation.
Yeah.
So even as an entrepreneur, I know it's very hard and it's difficult, and it takes courage to do that. But it also takes courage to say no.
And one of the things that I've had to learn to do is say no to a client when he's paying me money, but I'm not helping him.
Yeah.
And he's not listening to me. And it's
you have to let him go.
I've always had to have conversations. If you don't change this, I got to leave because I'm just taking your money. And usually when I have that conversation with a business owner, they go, oh, and they change that because they're just kind of feeling like they just want to dangle. But that's hard to do.
And that's great. And that speaks to your integrity.
That's right.
As a business person. And I really do appreciate that. We tried to talk. SJ's having some technical difficulties there. But but yeah, that's important too. Sometimes you have to say no to the money. And I know for a fact when we started to get real heavy into Living Your Purpose, he said he had to actually fire his clients.
Yeah, that's right. I've had to do that.
He's like, you know what? You've reached your goals. You're where you're supposed to be. Why are you still paying me?
Right. You know what? Yep, you're absolutely right. Because I had a point where I actually I wouldn't say got rid of. But what I did was, if I'm teaching somebody, I want to see the application being presented. I want to make sure that you're applying what's going on, that you're doing what's going on. I want to see you fly free a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that with 2 or 3 of my clients that I had. I didn't keep feeding me money. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if they needed help on the sidelines, I'll be your cheerleader. You could do it. Come on, but I still need you to just like I'm applying the principles, I want you to do the same as well. Mm-hmm. So that's why, yeah, you're right. I did do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's no point. Go ahead.
I got an interesting question. This is an interesting question. It comes from the CEO point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as the CEO point of view, I say I have people that work for me, but they don't technically say no, but they say, "Oh yeah, I'll come in and do that. Oh yeah, I'll come in and do that," and they come in and do garbage, and do nothing for me, and it's like, well, are you going to do something? So you counsel them, and you counsel them, and you counsel them, and it's like, well, just tell me you can't do it. Just say, hey, I can't do it. Just let's move forward already. You know what I'm saying? Let's move forward. Yeah. You go your way, I go my way, and that's it. So the point of the matter is why can't people just say, I can't do it?
Or no.
And that's my issue with the whole thing.
Xanadu answered it right there. She said they're lying because they aren't comfortable with saying no. And people don't want to have to tell someone who is in charge no, because they're in fear for whatever their position may be or their status is going to be. And, I'm very much the same way. If you can't do it, you can't do it. If you need help, cool. Help me help you so that you can help me. Mm-hmm. If you need guidelines, if you need assistance on where to, get the information or something like that, I will help you, or I'll find somebody else that can help you. But I'm much more comfortable with a hesitant no than a quick yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I noticed that. Go ahead.
I'd like to speak to that. We all have the right to say yes, and we all have the right to say no. But sometimes we're not at either one. If that's true, you have the right to take time and think. However, a lot of us take time to think as an avoidance of saying no.
Absolutely.
That is not healthy.
That's true, because sometimes we need the time to talk ourselves into or out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I say, well, let me think about it. And he's like, man, I really don't want to do this, but I don't want to let this person down. But man, I don't really have a lot of time. But then at the same time, I don't know.
Well, see, that's the issue in sales that I don't like. If you go to any sales training, it's like, make them say yes. No, encourage them to say yes or no. But a lot of people say, let me think about it, when they really mean to say no. So you got to help somebody say no in that context.
So the point of the matter is, does the CEO take action and just say, let's go, you go your way, I'll go my way? Does the CEO
it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Like, if this person's non-progress is really hurting your bottom line, then you got to let them go. That's just how business works. But if it's somebody that actually has the potential to do something, then you can go ahead and coach them. And maybe they don't know, maybe they're capable of doing it, but they don't know how to go about it. So maybe put somebody else with them to coach them through it, or assist with it, or maybe give them a list of things, things that to do to get those things accomplished.
Right.
Being in charge of people is never easy.
No, it's not.
It's never easy. Some people may do it well, but it's never easy because you're dealing with different personalities, different work styles, different experiences, and things like that. So, it just depends on the situation.
I think that with the power of no, you just have to be able to give yourself permission. I think that we don't give ourselves permission. Give yourself permission to do it, because what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to protect yourself from against all things that some of us already know that this person is no good for us. This person is not good for the company. This person is not good for our health. You can train them, you can do all types of things, but you know in your gut, your spirit is not right. Your spirit okay, see you later. You know that your spirit is not right. So therefore, you want to make sure that, you give yourself permission because you have the ability to. And we know guess who we got in the room coming up?
No.
Got
it can't be.
Just say it.
No.
Here we go.
Let it be.
Here we go. Let's see who this is. You already know.
Oh, snap. He's been real quiet up in here.
He was real quiet. In fact, he was last Sunday.
Oh, look at this. He's on his way from work.
Hey. No, not at all. I would probably be at work until can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, I'll probably be at work tonight until 10 or 11 o'clock. Danielle, if you know in the area you have a local company that the workers walked out.
Oh,
I'm management. I don't get to walk out. So 14, 18-hour days.
Wow.
But it's been all right. This is the 15th day going strong, and I wasn't going to miss this today.
I know that's right.
So I've been in here listening, and the sun is putting kind of shadow on my face.
Be careful, man. Don't drive without being careful.
No, I'm fine. I dropped my phone. I was reaching for okay, that's better. Anyway, yeah, so the no thing. Real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said something about the entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You said, I think it was Roger that said, you wake up every morning unemployed.
Right.
I'm not an entrepreneur myself. I in a way I am because I'm the CEO of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no greater job. Whew, boy, trust me, I'm a rough customer. But at the same time, I say this in that stance. I say that you wake up unemployed, but when you live in your purpose, you got to be good God of light. You got to be living. You got to be going to bed feeling fulfilled.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a great feeling.
It is.
I mean, I've got people here now doing a job that regular people do, that they don't do this job every day. And the other day, my boss walked in and said, "Hey, you know what? Your crew is the most productive crew out of anybody right now. What are you doing?" I told him, I said, "I'm not doing anything." I said, "They're doing it." I said, "I'm just encouraging, coaching, developing, and doing the other things that I need to do."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, because I made a mistake right in the beginning. I know what that is. That's the rearview mirror putting that shadow on my face. And I could have told you, I'm beautiful, so I want you to see the whole face. Anyway, don't laugh that hard, SJ. I the first couple of days, I wouldn't turn them loose because I didn't have faith in them. And that was the biggest mistake I made. Because the minute I turned them loose, they started showing me what they really could do. And my first thing was to put them at ease and let them know that, hey, we got a job to do, but we're going to get through it. It's going to be okay. Go ahead and breathe. Let that tension out, because I know and these guys came to the rescue, and I'm telling you, they've been doing an outstanding job. I appreciate them. And like I said, you may wake up unemployed, but going to be fulfilled. And for me, this has been very fulfilling because, trust me, I only get to think about it for 37 seconds when I lay down, because when I lay down, the eyes go right to close. Just I'm out.
That was very oddly
the greatest feeling is
time frame 37
seconds. I like that number. Something about 37 seconds. But when I lay down, I'm like, you know what? I'm loving it because
living your purpose. They always try to call you when living your purpose is on.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we
yes.
Okay, yeah, because you're on my phone. You're not on my Bluetooth anymore. See, that's what that messed up. Anyway, so when I lay down, I have gotten the most fulfillment out of knowing that these guys that do IT and data development and this thing and that thing are out here under my tutelage doing these things, and it's just a blessing, because I've got some other folks that are in my same position that are having a hard time, getting folks to where they need to be and blah blah blah. And I've been talking to them and saying, hey, let them go. You got to find out what they can do and what they can't so you can fix it.
Right.
So
Right. And that speaks to your ability
you
as
got to say no. One of the reasons I tell God no, he wanted to do some drilling, and I was like, no, you're gonna have to watch me do this.
Right.
But you know what,
Yeah,
Red?
you hurt yourself.
But Red,
Watch me first.
You love to do what you love to do. You can hear me?
I don't know if I still get all them down or if it's just me, because I saw all the audio go away. Pop
I
out.
don't think he can hear you.
But Red loves to do. He loves his work. He loves his work. He loves to do what he loves to do. But some people, like I said earlier, can be a slave to their job, meaning that they are in a job they do not love.
Right.
They're in a job where they just feel depressed. They wake up angry. They wake up frustrated, anxiety, because they have to go to work. At that moment, your sanity, your core values have to come into play, and you have to use that permission to say no, knowing that that the universe is going to provide another outlet. You cannot be. I've seen people go to jobs taking medications for anxiety and they're constantly there, and they wake up and they complain and whine about why they are they're there. So at some point being a slave is not good, and you have to use that power and say, listen, no, I respect myself more, I value myself more, I want more for myself. This is not where I need to be. This is not my purpose. I've given myself a permission to say no, and I'm going to let the unknown, I'm going to let faith handle it. I'm going to let the unknown, I'm going to let the universe take care of me, because I know he's looking for something better for me.
That's it. You know what time it is.
Time to go.
You know who it is?
It is.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock.
I'm going to run on.
After 7.
I appreciate y'all letting
Thank
me
you, Roger,
in.
for joining us. We really appreciate it. Hope you
Thank
come back.
Well, I will. Thank you. Bye.
Red.
Sorry about that, guys. I was driving. I don't know what happened. Everybody just went blank. I was the only one left. I was like, wow. Yeah.
So you heard what I said, Red, right?
I caught just like the last 37 seconds. 37 seconds. I missed everything before that. I know the last thing I heard you say something about is you got to let it go and go with your faith.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm a true believer.
Meaning that you love what you do, Red, right?
Right.
You love what you do. But there's some people that are in jobs. There are some people in jobs who do not love what they do. And they're in it, and they're depressed, and they're anxiety. They got stress, and they are scared of that word no, but they have to have faith in the universe to be able to provide something better for them. So that's what I was saying.
Yeah, you know what? And my thing of it is I always put it like this, or I try to. I love what I do. I just can't stand the BS around it.
Yeah, sure. But you have to be
above
that.
Things. I get fulfillment out of the actual job I do. I get fulfillment out of that. I've been doing it for 28 years come July 25th. So
all right.
If I want to do something for more than half of my life,
you better love
guess
the
what?
heck out of it.
You'd be crazy. Well, man, I'm told a secret because I am crazy, but
you're more than welcome here.
Hey,
but
all good.
Go ahead, Danielle.
Yeah, we. Oh man, I hate to do this, but we do have to shut her down. The recording. We can hang around for a little while for After Blab, as people love it so much, and we like to continue conversations and kind of go different places with it. So if you're new and you've never stuck around for an After Blab, chill out with us for a little while. If you are listening to us on SoundCloud or watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Please, if you've enjoyed this program, share it out, like it, subscribe, comment, and let us know, because these are the type of things that help us to do more of things like this so that we can help more people. All right.
Absolutely.
So that having all been said, don't forget to visit our website at lypshow.com. Click connect to find out wherever we are, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, all of the everywhere. Okay. Just we're everywhere. So find us on the internet, lypshow.com. Join us next week for another edition of Living Your Purpose at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like clockwork.
Like clockwork.
I'm Danielle Anderson, and that's SJ from Inner Soul Development. I've lost my brain's things. I can't say. I'm done. I can't. I'm done being professional. Let's go.
Yes, we're out of here. Thank you so much. We appreciate everybody, and definitely tune in next Sunday. We're going to have more for you. This is not going to be a part 2. It's going to be something else that's going to be better for you to help. So handle the journey that you're going on. We appreciate the journey. We're on the journey as well, and we want us to stick together because essentially we're all the same, and we need to be able to live our purpose, guys. And we thank you so much, and you have a great and wonderful Sunday. Come to the After Blab. It's going to be a party, not so long, but it will be a party. This is my new Toquito. So thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and have a great Sunday night. Peace.